Hello, I am Cal, welcome. In this one we'll be taking a look at this ASRock B450M Pro 4 motherboard, which is a micro ATX form factor. This is going to be part of a retro gaming machine that I'm putting together. So if you're interested in retro gaming, then follow me for that. But this is going to be supporting this Ryzen 5 2400G with integrated built-in graphics, Radeon graphics. This is a 4-core 8-thread chip and it's pretty decent at normal gaming, so hopefully with this retro gaming it should be really good. We'll see how far we can push that, so if you are interested, follow me for that. This one actually supports an Athlon chip, which we're not really interested in. We're interested in our Ryzen chips. So quick tip on that is that if you are buying a Ryzen CPU motherboard combo, just make sure that the motherboard's BIOS has been updated for the CPU that you're buying, because you don't want to be caught out on that. Easily done. Right, so what we want to do is get off this carpet, because carpet creates static and we don't want to be shocking any of the components on this motherboard. Also, really, with your motherboard, if it's new, you should have this sticker, i.e. it hasn't been tampered with, still intact. So I'll keep an eye out for that as well. Right, let's get off this carpet. Magic! Back in the room. Okay. Let's see what we've got inside then. Right, so got two data cables in here, it looks like. Yep, there's a straight one and a 90-degree angle one. The IO shell's a bit disappointed, it's just plain that one, but yeah, not too bad for the price, I suppose. We've got two little screws here for the M.2 slots, because there's two on this motherboard. Didn't notice that when I bought it, to be honest. Right, okay, so there's an update disc on there. We've got a... Okay, so it's a bit of paper instructions, but there's the big one that we want. Nice big thick manual, so always good to keep handy and refer to them. And let's have a look at the motherboard. Okay, so this is a bit crinkly, so what I'm going to do is take it out of here and then get back to you in a second. Maybe some more magic. Back in the room, bit of magic there. So you have got two big heat shields here, another one here. PCI port for your graphics cards not supported. It's unusual on a modern board. We have got two M.2 slots. This is going to be the NVMe drive. This is probably just going to be a normal SATA speed one. So we have got 4 SATA ports. So we'll have to double check on the manual and see whether we're going to lose one of these SATA ports if we populate this slot. That sometimes happens. We've got 4 DIMM slots here for your RAM. These are normally colour coded in pairs because it runs in dual memory mode. These are not for some reason, so always check, your bits of paper or your manual, just to make sure which ones work best for the peak performance. But usually it's 2 and 4, so you normally start 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order usually, but double check your manual just to be sure. On the website it says that these run in 3200 or up to 3200 megahertz now, maximum of 128 gigabytes. Really, before you buy, you should always check the QVL list for compatible RAM. This is RAM kits that have been tried and tested and have like updates to the BIOS driver for updates for peak performance. I'm actually going to install this Crucial Ballistic gaming memory. This is 2 sticks of 8, so it's 16 gigabytes altogether, and this runs up to 3000 megahertz. I have to admit I didn't check the QVL list for this, so my bad. But even if it runs at stock speed, it's not too bad for a retro gaming computer. Right, let's have a look at the ports that are going to be on the back of the PC. So always be careful when picking these up. Try and use the sides if you can for the motherboard. They have got sharp edges on the back. This one comes with a little bit of protection in the box, so it's nice. So we have got, it looks as though we've got old school here. PS2 slot here. We've got 2 USB slots here as well. We've got 3 options there for all visual output. So we've got the usual HDMI. We've got D-sub and DVI-D. So I could have 3 monitors if I wanted to, plugged in. And then we've got 2 USB 3.1 Gen 2s. We've got 4 USB 3.1 Gen 1s. and then we've got Realtek gigabit LAN there. Intel's better if you can get it on a more motherboard. And then we've got the usual 3 ports there for audio. This is Elner audio. So let's have a look, see whether we can get a bit closer onto the motherboard itself and see what other options we've got. So there's your Elner audio advertising there, which is 7.1 HD audio, or Realtek ALC 892. You've got an extra PCIe port here for maybe a Wi-Fi card if you want to put Wi-Fi on this board, because it doesn't come with Wi-Fi. You've got 2 graphics cards slots here, so the top one's always the best one for a graphics card if you want to install one. And always keep an eye out for these holes here. So this is the holes that you use to connect it to your case. You've got power here. You've got 2 fan headers here for CPU or water pump. We've got a RGB fan socket here. We've also got another fan header here for your either a chassis fan or water pump. What else we got? We've got front case connections for your audio. Another RGB header here to match that other fan header. Run them in sync. Get all your RGB going if that's what you want. There is a little bit of RGB that seems to be running through the motherboard, but I'm not really a fan of RGB, to be honest. What else have we got? We've got USB ports, everything else, reset switch. We've got some more chassis fans headers here, so it's enough chassis fans. Obviously we've gone through the different M.2 slots already. You got your 4 SATA ports there, and USB port there, and this is the main power for the board itself. So overall, not a bad looking board. I paid £72 for this. It's up now for 85, I believe. So yeah, got a little bit of a bargain with this one. This is part of a retro gaming build that I'm putting together. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, follow me for that. My name is Cal. Have a good morning, afternoon or good evening. Farewell till next time, and I will see you later.